Bible's truth, and I'ma put my soul on. Sign, stamp, and seal.
Daniel 6, let's come without a trigonometry. Daniel the 6th chapter, 1 Kings the 8th chapter, face the land you brought from. That's how you pray. You're supposed to pray and face toward the land you brought from. 1 Corinthians 11, men of the uncovered their heads were praying and prophesying, women of the covered their heads were praying and prophesying. Everything that we teach and speak about is in the Bible. So if something is sacred as prayer, make sure you can find it in the scriptures. How ought you to be praying? Holding hands in a circle, can you find that? If so, get to showing. If not, what have we been doing? So Jerusalem is that way. We're going to face Jerusalem. We're going to read a psalm or a song of David, who was a man after the Lord's own heart. Even though he slipped a few times, he still repented and made no excuses for his shortcomings. All right, so we're going to kick this off, Psalms 19. What you say, Chicago?
No, I'm good.
Okay. Psalms the 19th chapter. All praise to the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob.
Hallelujah.
God of his only begotten Son, Yahawah Nazareth.
Yeah.
Thank the Most High for another Sabbath. Lord willing, thank the Most High for another feast day tomorrow. Psalms 19. The Most High's creation. A psalm of David. The heavens declare the glory of the Most High, and the firmament showeth his handiwork. Day unto day uttereth speech, and night unto night showeth knowledge. There is no speech nor language where their voice is not heard. Their line is going out through all the earth, and their words to the end of the world. In them have he set a tabernacle for the sun, which is as a bridegroom coming out of his chamber, and rejoiceth as a strong man to run a race. His going forth is from the end of the heaven, and his circuit unto the ends of it. And there is no thing hid from the heat thereof. The law of the Lord is perfect, converting the soul. The testimony of the Most High is sure, making wise the simple. The statutes of the Lord are right, rejoice in the heart. The commandment of Yahawah is pure, enlightening the eyes. Yeah, hold on. Got caught between the pages. Verse 9. The fear of Yahawah is clean, enduring forever. The judgments of the Lord are true and righteous altogether. More to be desired are they than gold, yea, than much fine gold. Sweeter also than honey and the honeycomb. Moreover, by them is thy servant warned, and in keeping of them there is great reward. Who can understand his errors? Cleanse thou me from secret faults. Keep back thy servant also from presumptuous sins. Let them not have dominion over me. Then shall I be upright, and I shall be innocent from the great transgression. Let the words of my mouth and the meditation of my heart be acceptable in thy sight, O Lord, my strength and my Redeemer.
Hallelujah! Say loud!
Psalm 19, baby. Psalm 19, open the prayer. We got up on the board today, the fire of Yahawah. That's the Hebrew name for God, for the Lord. Put that in parentheses right here. The fire of the Lord, the fire of Yahawah. Feast of Weeks, which is what we had tomorrow, which is the Pentecost, meaning count 50. Or Shavuot in Hebrew, meaning Feast of Weeks. So that's what we're going to go over today before we get started. Anybody got any questions they heard last week? Things on your mind? Something ain't just sit quite well with you? Go ahead, brother.
Being real was transposing the scripts about other nations being able to get into the kingdom. Trying to come up with the script where it shows those that a person from another dropped their God and called the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob.
Yeah.
Where can those scriptures be found?
Okay, Zechariah, let's go there first. Zechariah chapter 8, good question. Zechariah chapter 8, verse 20 to 23, one of the brothers grab that. Because there is an unclean phenomenon going on out here claiming ain't nobody but Israel sin or serve the Most High.
That's right.
And that's a lie. Zechariah 8, 20 to 23. The other nations can get down with our God, but they got to come up under the order of our God. They got to drop their gods and their culture and live as if they want us.
Exactly.
If that's the case, they can look at his brothers and sisters, no problem. Right? Because you can't just say I'm a Gentile and you still hold on to pagan and Greek customs. You got to let that go. Yeah. You feel me? And live as if you want God's people. All right, so first we're going to start out with Zechariah 8. Zechariah 8, 20 through 23.
Verse 20. Thus saith the Lord of hosts, it shall yet come to pass that there shall come people and the inhabitants of many cities.
Hold on. People and the inhabitants, how many cities?
Many cities.
Many cities. Come on, bro.
And the inhabitants of one city shall go to another, saying, let us go speedily to pray before the Lord, and to seek the Lord of hosts. I will go also.
See, people saying, you know what, it's time to go serve the Lord.
Exactly.
And they say, let us go speedily. Let us hurry up. All right, come on, bro.
Yeah. Many people and strong nations shall come to seek the Lord of hosts in Jerusalem.
In where?
In Jerusalem.
I see where they're going. Lord of hosts, they come to seek him in Jerusalem. Come on, bro.
And to pray before the Lord. Thus saith the Lord of hosts, in those days.
In what days?
In those days.
Okay, so we're talking some future that's coming in those days. Come on.
It shall come to pass that 10 men shall take hold out of all languages of the nation. Even shall take hold of the skirt of him that is a Jew.
Now around our garments, at the bottom of our garments, he had fringes, which represent the law. So you got the other nations grabbing onto the law of our God. Right? You got the Jews, the Israelites, and then you got the other nations. But they're taking hold to the end of their skirt, or the end of our garments, which was where the representation of our law was, our fringes. So they're holding on to the God of Israel. Come on, brother.
Saying, we will go with you, for we have heard that God is with you.
See? So in that day, they're going to be seeing that power being magnified, saying, you know what? That's God, that's his people, we dying. So if anybody coming in that spirit, like Cornelius or whoever, hey, it's all good.
That's right.
Nothing wrong with that. Some people tell you if you're of another nation, go rob a bank, commit suicide, kill yourself.
Isaiah 2.
Yeah, that's another one too. Isaiah chapter 2. Let's get another one though. Let's get another one. Let's go to Amos 9 next. Isaiah 2. I'm probably going to put like 1 through 4 on this dude. Because all they say the same thing. The nation's going to be coming up to Jerusalem. Saying, you know what? This is what it is. These are the commandments of the God of Israel, which will be the king of the whole earth. This is what we're supposed to be doing.
That's right.
Anybody in opposition to that can get laid down, including us. And everybody got to come up under the order of God the way he intended to be. Now, whatever your position is, whether you're Israelite or Gentile, play your position. That's right. If you'd rather be in the kingdom, I'd rather be in the kingdom of heaven as a toilet flusher. Flushing boom in the lake of fire. Right. As a king. You see what I'm saying? So, whatever it may be, whatever your position is, fall in love with it, be the best at it. Whether you're Israelite or Gentile. But trip off this, we all will be serving the Most High. That's right. Abraham had servants in his household. And they went to war with him. When the time to go get back Lot and them from Sodom and Gomorrah, and Lot and them, Abraham armed his servants. That's right. And they went to war with him, and they served his God. Right? That's the order that is what it's going to be. Yeah. You feel me? This is not a prejudice thing or none of that. You feel me? It's just the order of God. Some people will tell you there ain't nothing no other nation can do. That's a lie. That's a lie. That's a lack of study as well. A major lack of study. Because you're going to have to answer all these questions. Who was Cyrus the Persian? Was he Israelite? God called him anointed. Servant. Who was Eliezer or Abraham's servant? He was from Syria. But Abraham sent him to go find Isaac's wife. And he was serving of the Lord. All right, let's read this right here next. Amos 9. Amos 9, 8 through 15.
So 8 through 15.
Yes, sir.
Amos 9, verse 8.
Yeah, that's a good question, y'all. Good question.
Yeah, question.
Hold on, let us finish. Hold your question until you next. Go ahead, brother.
Amos 9 and 8. Behold, the eyes of the Lord God are upon the sinful kingdom, and I will destroy it from off the face of the earth.
See what the Lord say? The Lord looking at all the wickedness that's going on, period. Not just this one, but all the kingdoms. So don't think any wickedness America been betraying that they ain't going to have to answer for. Right. Make no mistake about this. So the Lord say, my eyes are upon the sinful kingdom, and I am going to destroy it from off the face of the earth. But you in the mindset it's going to last forever. Lord just said he's going to destroy it from off the face of the earth. Come on, bro.
Saving that I will not utterly destroy the house of Jacob, saith the Lord.
I'm not going to make an utter end of my people. Why? Because his people are scattered throughout all these nations.
That's right.
All right, come on, bro.
For lo, I will command, and I will sift the house of Israel among all nations, like as corn is sifted in a sieve, yet shall not the least grain fall upon the earth.
So the Lord said he's going to go through all the nations and sift his people. We're scattered everywhere.
That's right.
He's going to gather his people. All right, come on, brother.
All the sinners of my people shall die by the sword, which say, the evil shall not overtake nor prevent us.
So the wrong vibration of being is, oh, they've been talking about that forever.
Right.
Ain't none of that coming. The Lord said you're going to die by the sword thinking like that. If you know Christ on his way and he's coming to bring the kingdom, how are you feeling like, oh, I got forever, it's all. You been paying attention, you sure? You got forever. Right. Nothing's lasting forever. Check history.
Right.
If it lasted forever, it would be comparable to what's coming, which will last forever. All right? So that's the wrong vibration for his people to be in, saying all the evil not coming. Ain't no destruction coming. It's all good. We got forever. All right, come on, bro.
Verse 11. In that day will I raise up the tabernacle of David that is fallen, and close up the breaches thereof. And I will raise up his ruins, and I will build it as in the days of old.
That's him restoring back to Israel everything that we had.
That's right.
Feel me? Our pomp, our glory, our power, everything. The house of David is the Israelites. We talking about restoring them, closing up the breaches, healing us, and all that, and then establish us as in the days of old. We was in our glory. All right, come on, brother.
12. That they may possess the remnant of Egypt, right, and of all the heathen which are called by my name, saith the Lord, that doth this.
So he's saying he's going to restore Israel, the house of David, that they may have in possession the Edomites and the rest of the nations that are called by his name. So you got other nations called by the name of God. Other nations that will serve your God. And their role in the kingdom is to be a servant to you in your kingdom. It's not a problem. Shouldn't be. You're a servant to them and they king. What's that problem? In the day that brother getting all, brother, no, that's not fair. What you mean it's not fair? But it would be righteousness is what we're talking about. You're not about to get on no black KKK tip and go lynch you some heathens. Right. It don't work like that. The heathens that are called by God's name will be servants of God. But they will be having possession of God's people. Come on, brother.
Behold, the days come, saith the Most High,
right,
that the plowman shall overtake the reaper.
What that mean? What it mean that the plowman will overtake the reaper? What you say, Steve? Mass. The certain days coming where the last will be first. Right. You're not going to be a servant and a slave forever. That's right. You got a kingdom coming, you royalty. The day is coming where the slave is going to overtake the slave master.
You reap what you sow.
Yeah. Come on, brother.
And the treader of grapes, him that soweth seed. And the mountains shall drop sweet wine, and all the hills shall melt. And I will bring again the captivity of my people of Israel.
That's what it means to turn again. He's going to turn again. I say he's going to put us back in slavery. He's going to reverse our slavery. That's right. Come on, brother.
And I will bring again the captivity of my people of Israel, and they shall build the waste cities and inhabit them, and they shall plant vineyards and drink the wine thereof, and they shall also make gardens and eat the fruit of them.
So we're going to be reaping, as hard as we work, we're going to be reaping the fruits of our labor.
Right. Ain't like you work hard, you ain't got nothing to claim her.
That's right.
Or you built America, ain't got nothing on it. Right. You know what I'm saying? Like, you gonna be benefiting off the fruit of your labor.
That's right.
That's what's coming.
Well, the opposite of what you read in Deuteronomy 28, when it says you should plant and another should pluck up. Yeah. You know, you should go out and another take hold of all what you do. Exactly. So that was free labor at that point.
Complete role reversal. Come on, brother.
And I will plant them upon their land, and they shall no more be pulled up out of their land which I have given them, saith the Lord thy God.
So when we redeemed, it ain't no more leaving. All right, one more witness, Revelation 21.
And y'all see how he precept that understanding of when I bring back their captivity, or say I'll turn their captivity. You would think that would mean we're going back in, but you see all the pleasantries right behind it, so that lets you know which captivity it is. Or you going into destruction for disobedience, or you being remembered for what you served, and now you're being rewarded. Right. So there are two ways to always look at it, but the following verses don't always tell you which one it is.
All right, y'all, one more witness on this to drive the nail in the coffin. These are scriptures you'll bring out. There's many of them. It ain't just these, there's many scriptures. We're going to Revelation 21 next. 10 through 27. Last book. Other scriptures. And these are just a few that you can show, Old and New Testament, where other nations serve our God. You know what I'm saying? Had it been in the Bible that other nations couldn't serve our God, we'll teach it. That's right. But it's not in there. Right. You got examples from beginning to end of other nations serving your God, and in some cases showing more faith than you. That's a sad thing, man. How you with people, you ain't got no faith. The other nations like, look, and that makes sense, I'm down. When we be out in the streets teaching, it be our people coming at us, the other nations don't say nothing. Right. They'll sit there and listen. Right. They'll sit there and straight listen. And agree. Yep.
Look at the Egyptians that come out with us in Exodus. They're strange.
And that's also in the Torah, y'all. It's in the law. You're supposed to look out for the stranger. You was a stranger in Egypt. Right. All right, let's get this. One more witness. We're going to get to our top. We got, brother Adonai got a question too. Revelation 21. Revelation 21, starting verse 9. So read on down. This is about the New Jerusalem.
Revelation 21, verse 9. Looking good. And there came unto me one of the seven angels which had the seven vials full of the seven last plagues, and talked with me, saying, Come hither, I will show thee the bride, the Lamb's wife. And he carried me away in the spirit to a great and high mountain, and showed me that great city, the holy Jerusalem, descending out of heaven from God.
So your heaven is coming to earth. New Jerusalem is coming to earth. You ain't going up nowhere to go ice skating. It's coming to earth. Abraham was promised land, earth. You know what I'm saying? Not for you to be off in the sky somewhere ice skating. All right, come on, bro.
Having the glory of God, and her light was like unto a stone most precious, even like a jasper stone, clear as crystal, and had a wall great and high, and had 12 gates, and at the gates 12 angels, and the names written thereon, which are the names of the 12 tribes of the children of Israel.
Oh, so on the gates of the kingdom of heaven, the names of the children of Israel are on the gates. That's major right there. All right, come on, bro. That kill that Israel has done away with. Last book of the Bible tell you, on the gates of the New Jerusalem are the 12 tribes of Israel. They are still God's people. All right, come on, bro.
On the east, 3 gates. On the north, 3 gates. On the south, 3 gates. On the west, 3 gates. And the wall of the city had 12 foundations. And in them the names of the 12 apostles of the Lamb. And he that talked with me had a golden reed to measure the city, and the gates thereof, and the wall thereof. And the city lieth 4 square, and the length is as large as the breadth. And he measured the city with the reed, 12,000 furlongs. The length of the breadth and the height of it are equal.
Hey, jump down, for time's sake, jump on down to 21, read out.
Verse 21. And the 12 gates were 12 pearls. Every several gate was of 1 pearl. And the street of the city was pure gold, as if it were transparent glass.
The streets made out of pure gold. Transparent glass. You getting a glimpse into the new kingdom that's coming. Streets you walk on will be pure gold, not concrete. Come on, bro.
And I saw no temple therein.
And I saw what?
No temple therein. For the Lord God Almighty and the Lamb are the temple of it. And the city had no need of the sun, neither of the moon to shine in it. For the glory of God did lighten it, and the Lamb is the light thereof.
Right, because one of the signs when Christ returns, he's knocking out all the lights. The sun won't go black, the moon won't turn to blood, the stars won't fall. All your lights that you used to, they coming down. Men worship those ordinances as well.
That's right.
They're coming down. You feel me? When anybody tell you that Christ heard, or the Messiah's heard, but the ordinances are still up in the sky, they lying to you. Right? No need for the moon, sun, and stars heard. What we reading about. Come on, brother.
And the nations of them which are saved.
Which are what?
Are saved.
Now we ain't talking about the 12 tribes of Israel. It said the nations of them which are saved. Come on.
Shall walk in the light of it. And the kings of the earth do bring their glory and honor into it.
So we're talking about the other nations. Another name for nations is Gentiles. So those that are saved, the Gentiles are going to get down. Guess what? They're going to be bringing all their riches and wealth to the king of the world. All right, come on, brother.
And the gates of it shall not be shut at all by day, for there shall be no night there. And they shall bring the glory and honor of the nations into it. And there shall in no wise enter into it anything that defiles, neither whatsoever worketh abomination, or maketh a lie, but they which are written in the Lamb's book of life.
So, brother, Dr. Nine, you understand?
Yeah, that's real understandable. Then you have Maria had one question. You want me to answer the question? Yeah, she wants to know if a male, if a female marries a male Hebrew, what part of the kingdom will she enter into? That certain part.
What example we got there?
Well, in the Bible,
Yeah.
Ruth.
There you go. You know the answer. Read the book of Ruth.
All right.
Right? May she become as Leah and Rachel. That was the prayer they said about it. And she become as one of us. You feel me? So who's ever under the man's covering is good. You gonna read that book of Ruth.
But on the other way around, if a male marries a Hebrew, he won't be able to get in the gate because he can't come under.
I mean, there's a court for Gentiles though. So I mean, he'll still get blessings. You see what I'm saying? But as for the entering into the city through the gates is for the 12 tribes of Israel. There's courts for believing Gentiles though, outside the gates. Right? There's 12 gates and there's a court outside, Revelation 11. You know what I'm saying? So believing Gentiles got a court to come to. So the gates are for the 12 tribes of Israel. Right? But will the Gentile that's married to be spared? Of course. If they doing that which is right.
They're doing the command.
Yeah, doing that which is right, serving the God of Israel. Just play your part. Right? Don't get that spirit out. That ain't fair. Why that ain't fair? See? Get that about your mind. It ain't about all that. It's about us doing what we find in the scripture. Alright? Brother Adonai, what you got back there, Hebrew? See we go at 1 Corinthians 11 chapter. One of the brothers grab that real quick. 1 Corinthians 11 chapter. You can go ahead and jump to our left top of your hand.
The book of 1 Corinthians, chapter 11, verse 1.
And then y'all be out, you know, doing your thing during the week, ministering to people. When you got people coming down here, make sure y'all go over them with these scriptures. Like, they shouldn't get down here and not know what's going on. By the time they get down here, they should know everything was going on. Okay, Jerusalem that way, face this way, this is how we pray. That's your work that you got to do within your own life. You feel? You can't be, come on down here, I tell you, there's some brothers down there that work all y'all. No, do your work. Open the Bible up, go do it with them. That way, by the time they get down here, they know what time it is. See what I'm saying? That's work you got to do. You can't leave it all on us. I mean, we gonna get it in anyway, but you can't leave it in on us. You know, you got to get out here and get it done too.
We all one body.
All right, 1 Corinthians, the 11th chapter.
Verse 1. Be ye followers of me, even as I also am of Christ.
Why would Paul have to say that? Adonai, y'all know you listening. Why would Paul have to say, be followers of me, even as I am also of Christ?
Because you follow you keep the commandments. So he tells you, commandments this and that.
Why we have to tell people he already hollered at that? Like if he came through, set up a little body of believers, you know what I'm saying? Then he leave and it's a letter he write to them. Why we have to tell, like what's understood don't need to be explained. Right? Why would I have to tell you when you already know? Follow me, because I follow Christ.
Right. So you want me to see going on?
Yeah, because there's false teachers around. After he came in and set things up, you feel me? False teachers creep in. So he's like, look, follow me, I follow the Lord. You feel me? All right, come on, bro.
Verse 2. Now I praise you, brethren, that you remember me in all things, and keep the ordinance as I delivered them unto you.
The ordinances are commandments. What you're supposed to be doing. So he said, keep the ordinances as they've been delivered to you. All right, come on, bro.
Verse 3. But I will have you know that the head of every man is Christ.
The head of man is who?
Christ.
Okay.
And the head of the woman is the man.
The head of the woman is who?
Is the man.
Come on.
And the head of Christ is
The
God.
head of Christ is who?
God.
So now we got to change the command. We got God, man, woman, and the women's children. That's the chain of command given from the Most High, from heaven. Right. All right, that's just order, y'all. Come on.
Verse 4. Every man praying or prophesying, having his head covered, dishonoreth his head.
Every man praying or prophesying, having his head covered, dishonoreth his head. It's always spiritual and physical.
That's right.
All right, so a physical head covering represents you as a man. Covering your head when you pray, you're dishonoring Christ. Right? Or if you entertain another doctrine, you're dishonoring your head, because your head is Christ. All right, come on, brother.
Let's go again. Every man praying or prophesying, having his head covered, dishonoreth his head. But every woman that prayeth or prophesying with her head uncovered, dishonoreth her head. For that is even all one, as that she was shaven.
And the woman's head is her husband, the man.
Right.
So if she pray or prophesy without her head covered, without her head covered, she'll be dishonoring her head. Her head is her man, because in the ancient world, that's what showed that you belong to somebody. So it's covered. Right? Now write down Genesis 24th chapter. Sarah, not Sarah, Rebecca, Isaac's wife. See that? When she seen that with Isaac, she got him off that animal, she veiled herself, she covered up. All right, come on, bro.
Also to add to that, in the Greek concordance, when you look at the definition of uncovered, it tells you not covered, unveiled. So you read that in the concordance, and it tells you that that covering is also referring to as veil. Verse 6 says, for if the woman be not covered, let her also be shorn.
Let her be what?
Let her also be shorn.
If you don't want to be covered, let her be shorn, or a G.I. Jane. Come on.
But if it be a shame for a woman to be shorn or shaven,
right,
let her be covered.
Right, of course, because a woman's hers are covered. That's right. Given to her for a cover, right? But if you don't want to cover up, in other words, and show the order and what it is, and scripture say go ahead and shave it off. Become a butch. You don't want to do that. Exactly. So let's just keep the order. read verse 7.
Verse 7. For a man indeed ought not to cover his head, right, for as much as he is the image and glory of God, right, but the woman is the glory of the man.
Right, so everything we talk about is just order. It ain't like when y'all forcing us to do this, it's in the scripture. Right? If it's in the scripture, we ought to be molding ourselves to do what's in the Bible. All it come down to.
That's right.
Right? No forcing, no nothing. You do it because you fear the Lord. And you want to be found as a faithful servant. All right? You got something, brother?
Yeah, just to add to this, and really a question. What is the game called Letter of the Spirit? Play with myself and other people. Letter of the Law, the Spirit of the Law.
Good game.
So, yeah. So, with this, Somebody flew out to me one time, but what about the woman wearing a wig? She came down here, pray, put a wig on. Consider that covered.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's looked at as her. Right? Come out there. You got the crown of your head covered. But hey, everybody in here gonna be looking like this. She ain't even covered. Yeah, I'm gonna be down here next week with I'll put my wig on there.
Had a conversation with
No, I'm just saying, like, that's what happened. Like, you always gotta be, Paul always talking about for conscience sake. Right. Like, you came down here just, I'm gonna do something easy. I'm gonna come out here with my wig. As soon as they say something, I'm gonna whip my wig off and say, see, I am covered. What's the reason for you doing that? You just trying to show, or trying to rebel a little bit. Right? So that's the thing, right? You know what I'm saying? Even if it may be lawful, it still may not be expedient.
Right. What's your intentions on that?
Yeah.
Right. Is, because a cancer patient that would be showing at that point, a wig would cover that showing look. So she would have a wig on because she pulled it off, then is she in violation with her haircut on?
Remember we talked about that.
We're talking about with her haircut off bald. So this is what we're saying. So for that occasion, you can't bring in the wig aspect to it for conscience sake, because there may be a reason for a woman not to walk around. She may feel uncomfortable, reading this saying, well, let her be showing. If she don't want that showing look, then she'll wear a head covering, which is a wig, but that's not considered her hair being cut off, because the spirit of it is they're cutting their glory off purposely to look like a man. To be stocky like a man. That's why almost every one of these female pastors have that marine haircut. Joyce Myers, all of them. Look like they're ready to spit and go to war.
Go ahead, bro. Oh, no, bro. Go ahead, man.
No, I just want to know if it's the same for unmarried. I'm married, but doesn't have, didn't have marriage.
Christ is always going to be her covering.
Hey, but not only that, like if she wasn't a wife, she still was a daughter.
Right.
You feel me? She was still up under the covering of her father. Right. She still was covered. You got Numbers 5 and all that.
Numbers 30 though.
Numbers 30.
All Numbers 30, the whole book goes into the daughter that's under the father's roof, because that's the way it should have been. Always, it was never the culture we see today that so many single women are running household. You were in your father's house till it was time for you to leave. So you were up under his covering. Your prayers respected him as being the covering. And that's when Paul talked about fathers marry your daughter. He had some fathers refuse to marry their daughter. Somehow that cat right there, I don't like it. But Paul went on to explain to keep her from sneaking out the back door. Let her marry if he's where he's supposed to be. I mean, I know it may be something that you don't like about him, and it's because he ain't you. You're looking out for your daughter. Or you may know you.
Right, you was a youngster. Right. Bro, I got something in the back. Go ahead, bro.
Council was telling somebody that this was just a Mideastern custom.
Just a Mideastern custom. Yeah. Well, where we from? We from back east. Right. I mean, think about it. Like we can become so used to what we see in front of us, and we think, okay, well, that's what it is. You know what I'm saying? But it's called Babylon for a reason.
That's right.
Meaning confusion. Right? So it's the majority of the stuff you see is backwards. A lot of things went on in the ancient world. That'd be the excuse right there. Oh no, that's a Mid-East custom. Right? Ain't no such spot called the Mid-East anyway. You feel me? Alright, let's get into this. Let's go ahead and get this lesson started about this feast we got coming up. The Feast of Weeks, or what's called Pentecost. We're going to start off in Leviticus, the 23rd chapter, 15 to 21. You got the example on it. Wow, look into the feast and then read about Pentecost and that. When you get a chance. One of the brothers grab Leviticus 23, 15 to 21. What we're going to do, we're going to work from the Old Testament all the way up to the what's called the New. Show you how the Lord get down.
Right.
And what the whole cloven tongues of fire was really about. You got a whole religion today based off of feast day. I don't know how they did that. Pentecost. That's one about the Pentecost is a feast.
Right.
Found in the Bible. It's called the Feast of Weeks. Count 50, roughly 50 days after Passover. Or 7 weeks after Passover is when this feast come in.
Read this up.
Yeah, read that. 7 Sabbath, which will be 7 weeks, yeah. Right. Go ahead, brother. Read about the
I mean, it's enough.
Let's read about
it. Yeah.
Go ahead, read that real quick.
Alright. Pentecost, out of the Zondervan Dictionary. The word derives from the Greek for 50th day.
Mean count 50.
That's right.
Right.
Come on, brother.
It was they say Jewish, it was the Jewish Feast of Weeks out of Exodus 34, Deuteronomy 16, variously called the Feast of Harvest, or the Day of First Fruits, Numbers chapter 28, which fell on the 50th day after the Feast of Pentecost. The exact method.
Read it again, bro. After 50 days after
which fell on the 50th day after the Feast of the Passover. The exact method by which the date was computed is a matter of some controversy.
Yeah.
Originally, the festival was the time when the appropriate ritual and ceremony, the first fruits of the corn harvest, or the last Palestinian crop to ripen, were formally dedicated. The festival cannot therefore have antedated the settlement in Palestine. I'm going to jump on down a little bit here. To reinforce this function, the rabbis taught that the law was given 50 days after the Exodus, a tradition of which there was no trace in the Old Testament, nor the Jewish authorities, Phileo and Josephus. It was the events of Acts 2 which transformed the Jewish festival into a so-called Christian one. Of the events of Pentecost recorded in Acts 2, the gift of the tongue requires consideration, for the claims of such a supernatural manifestation became, in the early decades of the 20th century, the most characteristic mark of the religious groups which may generally be termed Pentecostals.
And you got that today that the main doctrine is the Pentecostal doctrine. They speak in tongues, so-called tongues.
Right.
Should have bought a Honda. Jean-Claude Van Damme. Right? And they look, the thing about that doctrine right there, they'll read Acts 2 and stop at verse 4. They'll never read down. So you keep reading, the whole story get explained to you on what those tongues of fire were really about. When about you uttering something that you had no understanding about. It's never about that. It was about something totally different. It was about spreading the gospel throughout all the world, all the languages. A tongue means language, dialect. Words come off tongues.
That's right.
All right, so let's read this real quick. Leviticus 23. And we're going to get to the Acts 2. We're going to work our way right on up. Show you how the Most High get down. And then you'll be able to tell somebody what they ought to be doing according to the scripture.
That's right.
Not like, nah, you ain't supposed to be doing that. And then they say, what we supposed to be doing? And you can't even tell them. Really? That's a disservice as well. Yes, so let's get this. Leviticus 23. Start at verse 15, bro. Read on down to 21.
Everybody there? Leviticus 23, starting at 15. And ye shall count unto you from the morrow after the Sabbath, from the day that ye brought the sheaf of the wave offering. 7 Sabbaths shall be complete.
7 Sabbaths. So if 7 Sabbaths go by, 7 weeks. 7, we know it's a Saturday every day. It's called Sabbath in the Bible. So 7 weeks would have to go by. Right after Passover. All right, Passover was when? Who go out in the crowd for the Passover? What was Passover? What was keep?
Children of what? 14th day of the New Year.
The 14th day of the New Year, which was April 14th this year, in the evening when we kept it, right? You got a calendar on here? Calendar. to make sure we straight.
Right bottom right corner. The bottom right corner, one at a time.
Oh, time down there? Right click on that?
Yep. Right here, left click.
You see it count.
Should left click.
I want to show y'all that we can count.
Left click on it. Left click on it.
Left click right.
Left click.
That's HP, y'all. That ain't 7.
We got a calendar on something. I want to count. So we can make sure we on the one.
You type it all
through it right here.
Man, it should be right there. Click on this top right there.
Steak and potato.
Steak and potato.
Steak and potato.
Steak and potato.
Set the time and date. Is that what that is?
No, you don't. Just pull up one minute. Just pull up the calendar. Put 2014 calendar. It's in that search.
Count 2014 calendar.
Y'all forgive me, let me tell you. 2014 calendar. Trying to count real quick. Bang. Right here. Let's do our count. Make sure we on point. April when Passover, right? March, April, right here. All right. Strip off this right here. All right. We get Passover on the 14th, right? Read that verse again for me, brother.
Verse 15. And ye shall count unto you from the morrow after the Sabbath.
This is after Passover, so after the Sabbath. Passover was on a Monday. So we got to get all the way to the Sabbath, which would have been the 19th. It says from the morrow after the Sabbath, what you do?
From that day that ye brought the sheaf of the wave offering, 7 Sabbaths shall be complete.
7 Sabbaths got to be complete from this point right here. So we got 7 Saturdays got to go by from this 19th. So the 26th would have been 1. Man, I wish they had to wouldn't be slide down.
Go back, hit the back.
Back arrow. So remember that 26 is 1 week.
And then just scroll down. Just scroll down.
Scroll down.
We have to count the side by side. There you go.
All right, May. Let's pull up May real quick. Remember
just count the
check this out. 26 would have been one Saturday that passed. Correct. Right? Correct. May the 3rd would have been 2. Right. May the 10th, 3. May 17th, 4. May 24th, 5. May 31st, 6. What's the date?
7.
June 7th. 7 plus 1 day. That's the morning. June 8th. 50 days. 7 times 7 is 49. Plus 1 day. Get you 50. Pentecost count 50. So we keeping it according to what it is. June the 8th will be 50 days following the Sabbath after Passover. Come on, bro. Let's read it.
Verse 16. Even unto the morrow after the 7th Sabbath shall ye number 50 days.
See, the morrow after the 7th Sabbath, which would be tomorrow. 7th Sabbath, number 50 days. So it's the 50th day, which would be June 8th. Come on, brother.
Ye shall offer a new meat offering unto the Lord. Ye shall bring out of your habitations 2 wave loaves of 2 tenth deals, and shall be of the fine flour, and they shall be baked with leaven. They are the first fruits unto the Most High Power.
So the first fruits was our best pickings. Like whenever harvest came in, you would take your best crops, the first ripe ones, the best ones, and you would offer that to the Lord as a thank you offering. You wouldn't give them the scraps, you wouldn't give them the worst crops, you would give them the very first pickings. That's why it's called the first fruits.
That's right.
Come on, brother.
Verse 18. And ye shall offer with the bread 7 lambs, without blemish, of the first year, and 1 young bullock, and 2 rams, and they shall be for a burnt offering to the Lord. And with their meat offering and their drink offerings, even an offering made by fire, of sweet savor unto the Lord.
Now notice it says lambs are without blemish. When you read 1 Peter in the scriptures, they talk about Christ is the lamb without blemish. So everything that we was doing in the letter, what Brother brought out earlier, in the letter was a shadow of the Lord coming and being the ultimate sacrifice. So, you know, where y'all at with y'all hunt rams and y'all lambs, and you know, we're going to be out there eating and enjoying ourselves, but we know it's deeper than what you two reading on surface level.
That's right.
All right, so we're going to go from old all the way up to new and show you this very feature we're talking about. You got some, brother?
Yeah, just that quick precept you was talking about, that 1 Peter 1:19. It says, but with the precious blood of Christ, as of a lamb without blemish and without spot. That's that 1 Peter 1:19.
The unblemished lamb is a representation. All the offerings and sacrifices is a representation of the Son of God.
That's right.
All of them. If somebody tell you can't keep that now, right? But they don't understand exactly what it is that we up against. Go ahead, brother.
They also go to Israel people, Christ. He was up there with the Mary. Yeah, one. Right. Supposed to show that Israel picked the unbelieving lamb.
They did. Even though they had a wicked mind in crucifying, Israel had to pick the unblemished lamb. And he had to be slaughtered. Right? It's just with their wicked mindset. Like they had a straight wicked mindset to kill the Lord. Right? Even though, you know what I'm saying, they ain't had nothing on them, but the prophecy had to be fulfilled. And that's the thing, the Lord will prophesy something. But then how it get done, everybody got a problem with it. If he say it's going to get done, it's going to get done. Now, everything in between may be a little ugly too. It got to get done. The elder going to serve the younger, right? But scenarios got to play out for the elder to serve the younger. If Christ the unblemished lamb, then a scenario has to play out for him to be sacrificed.
That's right.
All right, come on, brother.
Verse 19.
Yeah.
Then ye shall sacrifice one kid of the goats for a sin offering, 2 lambs of the first year for a sacrifice of peace offering.
And if you're anybody that's non-messianic and don't believe in the Messiah, you need to be doing this right here to the left.
Right.
You need to go kill you some rams, lambs, and all that. And then go find the priest and the temple you want to bring it to. Come on, bro.
They need the holy holies, and they need this altar.
Too much. Too much. Come on, bro.
Verse 20. And the priest shall wave them with the bread of the first fruits for a wave offering before the Lord. And the 2 lambs that shall be holy to the Lord for the priest. And ye shall proclaim on the self-same day that it may be a holy convocation unto you. And ye shall do no servile work therein. And it shall be a statute forever in all your dwellings throughout your generations.
So even though the day is a Sabbath, tomorrow is considered a Sabbath too. It's a holy convocation.
Say that again, man.
Even though the day is the weekly Sabbath, God's feast days are considered Sabbaths as well. Feel me? So it ain't just a weekly Sabbath that you observe every week. When the feasts come up, like unleavened bread, that's a Sabbath. The last day of unleavened bread is a Sabbath. First day of Tabernacles is a Sabbath. Pentecost is a Sabbath. Feel me? So when you see the no servile work, meaning your whole mind will be dedicated to doing the work of the Lord, relax, enjoy yourself, get some understanding. See what I'm saying? But tomorrow will be totally dedicated to the Most High. Where you at? Verse what? 21. And then notice I said a holy convocation. Y'all write this down. It's found in the concordance H, which is Hebrew 47:44. Convocation. Convocation. The Hebrew word mikrah, and it means a gathering rehearsal.
Yeah.
What are we gathering for? What are we rehearsing? What are we practicing? We're practicing to enter into the kingdom of heaven.
That's right.
All right. So check this out. Let's go to Exodus 23 next. Go ahead. Go ahead, shoot, brother.
What do you mean by the priest doing a wave offering?
Yeah, what the priests were the ones that you gave your first fruits to. Which first fruits was the first pickings of your harvest. Right? The priest would go into the temple before the altar of God and do a ritual. It would be like they would wave the sheep or something that they had their crops in. They would just wave it in front of the altar. And as a thank you offering to the Lord for a successful harvest. Baby's gonna be eating for the rest of the year. You feel me? Everybody gonna be eating, be cool. So we would thank the Lord for a successful harvest.
That's right.
See what I'm saying? That's what that is. The priest would take the whole sheep. They show you the sheep a little bit on what they call Thanksgiving. On the horn basket that be up there with all the fruits in it. That's somewhat like a sheep. That's a cornucopia, but it's just something like a sheep, and the priest would take that, all the first fruits, and they would take it into the temple and thank the Lord for a successful harvest.
That's right.
Right, and then gather the rest of the harvest. Everybody eat, enjoy themselves all. Right, understand? Is that what it is? All right, let's get this. Exodus 23. Exodus 23. Now remind you that they talk about the priest, they talk about the temple, and they talk about the altars.
Yes.
When we get to this New Testament, the temple is the body.
That's right.
Your body. The priest inside the temple is the Spirit of Christ. The offerings is Christ's body, his blood. Right? So everything he shows you on the physical, the way you can see it and touch it, has a spiritual meaning to it. Right. Paul himself said it in Romans 7, the law is spiritual. In the Torah that you read is spiritual. There's a spiritual connection to everything you read in the scripture. Whenever you look at it, tunnel vision on one side, always look at it from a spiritual aspect too. What does this mean spiritually?
Absolutely.
See what I'm saying? Well, what does this mean? Priest offering an unblemished lamb. What is that? I ain't never seen a lamb before. How do I offer that today? Right? You gotta come up under the blood of Christ. Christ is the unblemished lamb of his Father. Alright? So let's get this. Exodus 23. Start at 14 through 16. It's 2 verses.
Gotcha. Everybody there?
Then Yahawah grab Exodus 34 for you. After we get there. Alright, we're going to Exodus 23, 14 through 16. Shalom, y'all. How y'all doing?
Shalom, man.
We're going over this feast of Pentecost that's coming up tomorrow. We're going to get some understanding. Lord willing. And when you get you some understanding, you see ain't no way in the world somebody can yawn and make the Bible. It's too much detail. It's too intricate in detail. Put it that way.
Hey, brother,